Hump day, guys. Welcome. Warm up, 2 rounds of 30 seconds of high knees, 30 seconds of butt kicks, 10 scap push-ups, and 10 down dog to lunge. Then we've got a Metcon today. 4-time, 100 burpees over an object. Every 2 minutes, you're going to perform 6 object ground to overhead. You are going to be starting with your penalty movements before your burpees start. So 6 ground to overhead, then rolling right into your burpees. Every 2 minutes the clock will beep, and you will perform 6 ground to overhead with whatever object you are using. Then we're going to have a core Tabata piece, 4 rounds of 10 hollow rocks, 10 plank walks, 10 V-ups with a 1 minute rest. All right, guys, warm ups. Again, 2 rounds, 30 seconds of high knees. So what we're going to do is just think the floor is lava, getting your feet up as high, or your knees up as high as you can. You can touch or tap the tops of your knees or your thighs. Just think quick feet, getting your blood going. Then you're going to have 30 seconds of butt kicks. So just think pulling your heels to your butt, trying to kick your own butt for 30 seconds. If you need to, put your hands behind your butt so you can have a contact patch for your heel to hit. Then you're going to have 10 scap push-ups. So essentially you're going to hit a plank position. Then what Casey's going to do is just let her shoulder blades rise to the ceiling, and then dropping her chest down, trying to pinch something in between her shoulder blades to a good scapular retraction during these. Then while you're in this position, you're going to go into 10 down dogs to lunge. So what she's going to do is send her chest back, hips are coming up. Now what she's going to do is just lunge forward, stepping to the outside of her foot or of her hand, sending that leg back, and then just alternating legs for 10 reps. So it's going to be 5 each side. Again, that's for 2 rounds. All right, guys, Metcon, you have 100 burpees over an object. Every 2 minutes, you're going to be performing 6 object ground to overhead, beginning with your object ground to overhead. Whatever you're going to be using, whether it be a dumbbell, kettlebell, rec bag, a bucket full of collars. So you're just going to begin on the ground, starting with a nice flat back, nice loaded hamstrings, and then you're just going to snatch it above your head or clean and press it over your head. Making sure we're hitting full extension on any of the movements that you're choosing. So full lockout elbows, full hip extension, full knee lockout. Okay? After your 6 ground to overhead that you are beginning this with, you have 100 burpees. So chest and thighs are going to touch the ground every single time. These can be object facing. So you're going to pop your hips up, jumping over your object, stepping or jumping back, stepping or jumping up, jumping over your object. Now, if you do not have enough real estate to perform object facing, you can go lateral, okay, over your object. Just remember, move quickly because this time is ticking every time. You can step over your object as well. But every 2 minutes, this clock is going to beep, and you're going to perform 6 penalty reps of ground to overhead until you finish your 100 reps of burpees. Spicy, have fun with that one. All right, guys, core time. 4 rounds, Tabata style. You've got 10 hollow rocks, 10 plank walks, 10 V-ups with a 1 minute rest. So beginning with hollow rocks, what we're going to do is get our body into a nice hollow body position, bringing our low back to the floor. Feet are nice and together and pointed. You should not be able to see your hands, so they are up beside your ears. Now to initiate this hollow rock, go ahead and bring your legs up. Try to stay in between your tailbone and your mid-back. If you cannot perform a hollow rock as such, you can either bring a knee in and then perform your hollow rock, or if that's not happening, go ahead and just perform a 10-second hollow hold. Then you're going to go right into your plank walks. So you're going to be on our bellies, starting in a plank position, not shoulders are over our hands. Plank walks, just make sure we alternate the sides that we start with. So you're going to go down to your elbows, pressing up onto your hands. So down to your elbow, down to your opposite elbow, pressing up back onto your plank, into your hands in a plank position. If you cannot perform this from your feet, go ahead and drop down to your knees, still alternating your elbows to hands for 10 reps. Then you're going to go back onto your back for 10 V-ups. Okay, V-ups, just making sure we're going to go all the way up, trying to fold ourselves in half, touching our toes. Okay, if you cannot perform V-ups, we can go to tuck-ups. Again, just touching our heels, If we cannot perform tuck-ups, we can go ahead and do straight leg sit-ups. Okay, making sure our chest is coming past our hip crease. Then you're going to have a 1 minute rest in between rounds for 4 rounds. Have fun with that one. Time. First stretch is going to be a standing quad stretch. So just reaching, grabbing your foot, the top of your foot with your opposite hand. If you cannot, you can go ahead with the same hand to the same foot. Reaching tall with your other hand, just holding that for 30 seconds. Switching sides, holding in for 30 seconds. Then you've got a piriformis stretch. So what we're going to do is be on our backs. We're going to take our right leg over our left knee, extending our left leg towards the ceiling. And what we're going to do is just lace our fingers in between our thighs and then pulling that knee to your chest, holding that for 30 seconds, switching sides and holding it as well for 30 seconds. Last one is going to be a scorpion, so we're going to be on our bellies. And what Casey's going to do is just take her left leg and go towards her right arm, making sure we've got our full foot on the ground, really allowing that hip to open and allow that hip and chest to hold for 30 seconds. Repeat on the opposite side for 30 seconds. Nice work, guys. You made it halfway through.